Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to deep dive into state and props. Most of the people have confusion in this, like what is state, what is props, and this is the first question which you are going to listen from an interviewer if you are going to attend any of the interview related to React.js. So I will not waste much of your time. Let's move into it. Okay, so this is a component, this is a React component which I have already created. Okay, so in this React component you can see it is just like when I will enter any name. Okay, and if I click on add to list, it will add it here. We can edit it, delete it, so ignore the edit delete part. Okay, so the first part, what is a state? Okay, this is a functional component, guys. Okay, in this functional component, if you want to define a state, so you need to use state. That is a hook. Okay, so that also leave it. What is a state? In simple word, what is a state? A state is the one who holds the information about that component. State has nothing to do with anything. State has only the thing which state will holds is the information about that component. So this is an app component. Okay, so what name state will have, this will holds the information about this component only. If you have any other component in your application, whatever, wherever, like you have thousands of component, not an issue. This state is the state inside this component will handles or will hold or will store the information only about this component. So this is the only definition which you need to say when someone asks you about a state. So states are the things, or states holds the information about the component in which it has been defined, or about the component. That's it. Okay, the second part comes is like state can be changed. Okay, you can update the state within that state, or from other state also you can other component also you can update the state. Okay, state is changeable, like you can update the state. Now coming to the props part. Okay, so now I have this. Okay, this is my another component. Okay, list component is my another component, you can see it here. Okay, so props are basically the data which is passed from one component to another. Okay, a state can be props. Okay, so props again can become a props. Okay, because if you have a nested component, so from one component to another component, if you are passing this props to another component, then it will become like props also can be passed as a props. Okay, but leaving out all that things, just understand props are the data which are passed from one component to another. Okay, so this becomes a props. Handle delete, handle edit, all name, all these are props which we are passing to which component? List component. So now if you come to list component, this is the simple way which you can receive the props. Like inside that component you just need to write props, and then if you want you can destructure it, or like you need to do likewise, and you can use it. Ignore the part like why I added question mark dot and all that. That is another topic of discussion. But if you come, you can see here I have normally received it. Now if you want, like this is not how we receive it. Okay, if you receive like this, then even we used to do destructure, so we can do destructure here, like constant destructure, like props, we can destructure it. So all that, like all name comma, like we have handled edit comma, and we have handled delete. So same likewise also you can use. If you are using likewise, then there is no use of this, so you can remove it. If you can remove, this is also a correct way to use it. Like, but if you can see, like I can show you, it is still like it will be working. If you click on add, edit, delete, everything, it will work. Edit to list, it will delete, and everything will work. Okay guys, so these are the props. Okay, if you don't want to do this way, so you can directly destructure it here. In place of this you can directly so there are so many ways which you can handle the props part. That is like in simple, directly or indirectly, destructuring will come into the play. But this is the props which you are taking, or which we are passing from apps, which we passed from app.js. So props cannot be updated. You cannot update this. See, I got all name. Okay, now I can read it, but I cannot update it. I cannall change the value of all name. What I can do, I can read the value. If you want to update a props, that is not possible. So the difference between a state and props is states holds the information about the component. Okay, individual component. States hold the information about the individual component. Individual means in this component it has been defined, so it will hold the information about only this component, only this individual component, not with not the other component. Like list component, it will not hold. Okay, props are the one which we passed from one component to another. Props are the data which we pass from one component to another. State can be updated. State you can update it, okay, but props you cannot update it, you can only read it. Okay, so if you have any doubt related to this, you can comment down. Okay, and if you like the content, you can like and follow it. Okay, thank you guys.